What's going on, everybody? Well, everybody, the one person watching. Wait for some people to come in, if anybody's going to come in. Hello, hello. Turn that. Hey, Gina. How's it going? G'day, Mark. How are you guys? Mm-hmm. Gonna post that there. So I didn't figured I'd do a little pop-up stream and hang out with y'all, see what everybody was up to. 'Cause, I didn't really see anybody on, so I was like, fuck it, why not? Got some stuff to do down here in the fish room. Figured y'all nice people could hang out with me. My day was good. Yeah, I didn't do much. I was home with the kids all day, and that's about it. Now I'm hanging out in the fish room. Got to do some water changes on some of the breeding tanks and stuff like that. But if anybody wants to come up, feel free. Posted the link in there. Hey, Patty. People are still over at Vinay's killing their brain cells. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not subscribed to Vinay because I didn't see the only person I saw that was live streaming right now was Craig. So I hopped in his stream for a minute and said what's up and was like, you know what, I was thinking about going live. So here I am. So Patty, are you going to be at the the unique swap that's coming up in August? I think it's August 13th. Is that the same place it was at the firehouse? Shayna, how you doing? Welcome. The Upstate New York Killifish Association, the swap that I saw you at the firehouse, with Pharrell's were there. They're doing another one August 13th, coming up. Same place. I'm actually thinking about getting a table and being a vendor there. Yes, it's in Schenectady again. Nice. What size tank do you need for shiners? You can put them in a 20 long. Depending on how many you want. Like you could fit probably 8 of them comfortably in a 20 long. They only get to about 2.5 to 3 inches. Yeah, same here. Yeah, actually, actually that's not true. I've got one, two. We got 5 tanks, six, seven, eight. We got 8 tanks that are set up but have nothing in them currently. And then I have like 30 more tanks out in the garage and a couple extras down here already. So I mean, I've got plenty of room. I just need to get shit set up. Yeah, 20 longs are one of my favorite too. But I would do for a couple of them shiners, I would do a 20 long with some nice hardscape, a lot of river stone, a couple nice pieces of driftwood, and a sponge filter on one side of the tank, and maybe a power head or something to create some more flow in there. But yeah, I mean, it's not really necessary. They do like the flow, but they'll be fine without it. I've got mine. Mine are breeding in a 20 long with just a sponge filter in it. What's up, Kenny? Kenny E. Bipolar Aquatics, welcome. But so I've the rainbow shiners are uh pretty much available now. The the one group of them are about an inch, which is usually if you're buying them from pretty much anywhere, they usually sell them at about an inch to an inch and a half. So that's what I'm gonna do as well. So yeah, I've got 8 of them that I've got to ship out Monday morning, and then I mean I've probably got 200 more that are ready to go. And then another probably 200 that'll be ready in a couple weeks. Yeah, yeah. Let me see here. If anybody wants to come up and hang out, I'll drop the link for you guys. I dropped it before, but I don't know if it's still up there. Yeah, it's still there. But whatever. But yeah, not too much going on. I just figured I'd pop up and do a little pop up live stream and hang out with y'all. Like I was saying, I've got a couple water changes that I've got to do, and I can show you guys some stuff if you want. Tonight's live stream is brought to you by Buddha Ranger Juice Force IPA. 9.5%. Good shit. So how's everybody doing tonight? What, hops are in it? I have no idea. And the lighting in here isn't good enough to read the can. It's like the print is weird on it. You know what I mean? Like a tiny white print on a shiny orange can. Not the best lighting. So I have no idea, but it's good. It's a hazy IPA. Hazy Imperial Ale, New Belgium. I wonder if I can Google that. Let's see here. Atomic, what's up, bud? Welcome. Okay, so Mark, it's Juice Force IPA is brewed with Chinook, Mosaic, Bato, Galaxy, Lotus, Sabro, and Sarada hops. Does Google. I don't know if that helps. There's a bunch of different hops in it. It's got all the hops. I heard they recently added more hops. 3G, welcome, brother. What's going on? So yeah, the link is in the comments. So if anybody wants to come up, feel free. I feel like I'm talking to myself right now. Yeah, it's a really good beer. This is probably one of my favorites, and I like a good IPA that has a high ABV. So like usually I'm drinking. This is my usual go-to. Aside from this, I really like another local brewery. It's Omegang Brewery. It's out of uh, what the hell? It's out of New York. I don't know why I can't think of the name of the city that it's from, but Cooperstown, New York. But they have a couple high ABV IPAs that are like triple and quadruple IPAs. I think one of them's Three Philosophers, and that's 11.5%. And then there's another one. I forget the name of it, but it's like 14.5%. That's a quadruple IPA. Space Dust? I don't think I've tried that one. I agree with you, Mark. There's a couple actually. There's one probably 5 minutes from my house. It's Frog Alley Brewing. It's in downtown Schenectady. And they've got a couple really nice beers. Not a lot of like high ABVs like I like, but still pretty good. I like a little more bang for my buck, I guess. You know, I don't want a $7 beer that's got 5% alcohol in it. Drink Bud Light or something. If I wanted 5%. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, where are you from, Atomic? I believe you told me last week in Brennan's stream, but I totally forgot. And how's the audio? You guys can hear me pretty well? Is it good? Get an audio check. Check, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1. Ooh, you making merch, Gina? Is Bunny in here? I don't see Bunny. Well, that's I'm in the top chat there, motherfucker. Oh, there's Bunny. What's up, Bunny Viper? Only Oscars. Hello, welcome. The room is 99 degrees right now, and you're trapped in a bedroom with AC. It is the warmest it's gotten down here in my fish room is like 72, 73 degrees. Um, so that's pretty nice. Especially like it was 89 degrees today and kind of humid, and like I brought the kids down here for a little while and um, just hung out down here, and my older son Julian, he just loves the fish tanks and stuff, and the baby is just like looking at everything. So, but it was nice. It's a lot cooler down here than in the rest of the house. So, Gina, what the fuck? You better chill out back there. Gina, you making merch for your channel, or are you making it for somebody else right now? And speaking of merch, everybody that wanted stickers, I've gotta get my shit together and send those out. I've got a list of people and their addresses that have contacted me that wanted stickers. And I just haven't had any time to do anything. Um, I was working out of town all last week. It's like a 2 hour drive to work and a 2 hour drive home, and it's just shit. Like leaving my house at 4 a.m. to get to the job site for 6 a.m. and not getting home until 6 p.m. And then, having very little time to spend with the kids and stuff before they go to bed. I actually I wanna try that. I haven't looked into like Teespring or anything. So I've got a friend, well actually it's a friend of my mom's who does screen printing and sublaminate printing and stuff like that. And she actually made my two shirts that I have. She made the stickers that I have, and she made the coffee mugs that I have. Which I've got two of them here at my house, and I've got to go pick up the rest of them. She's got five more for me. So, but yeah, they. I mean, I'm happy when they're really nice, and it's not she's not charging me a whole hell of a lot and stuff. I mean, the shirts that I had made were kind of pricey, but the actual shirt itself that I wanted them done on, the shirts were like $25 a piece, so that added to the total cost. I think she charged me like 15 for the first logo on the one shirt, and then 10 for the second one. So it's like 15 for the first, and then $10 for each additional logo plus the cost of whatever shirt or whatever that she's doing the printing on, which isn't bad. And I can actually, and these are really like these shirts here are really nice material. They're like the moisture wicking material, like your athletic gear kind of, but they're polos. Like it's got my logo on there. It's a really nice shirts. Nice, Gina. I'm gonna need to get some stickers from you, Gina. Trade just sticker for sticker. You guys want to see the coffee mug? I think I've showed it before, but so here's a little like gift box that it comes in, and if somebody wanted one of these and ordered it or whatever from me, they do come with a coaster, like a soft coaster that has my not my logo, but my channel name printed on it. And then the coffee mug has the logo on it. And it came out really nice. It's on both sides. But yeah, I'll have a couple of these available if people are interested in them. And depending on how it goes, I might, I'll probably get more made if people are like that interested. But I feel like doing Teespring or something like that might be a little more economical, I guess. Just because like I'm paying upfront for these cups, whereas I believe Teespring you just get a percentage or something of like the stuff that you sell through them, right? I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you know? Hmm. Sorry, my fat thumbs are in the way. Oh, that's hmm. Bam. You get a wrench. Give you a wrench too. Why not? Hey, Steven. Steven P. Welcome to the little impromptu stream where I have nothing to talk about. But at some point I'll probably get up and start doing water changes and you guys can hang out with me for that. Maybe. Probably. Uh the the link is in the comments if anybody wants to come up and hang out. I don't know how far y'all can scroll up through the comments, but it's in there. Oh wait. How do I pin a comment? I have to do that from the YouTube side, right? If I want to pin a comment. Yeah, pin message. Thanks. I just figured it out. There we go. There's the link. Anybody wants to come on up, feel free. I'm here. We're not doing anything special. Just hanging out. Is that my bowfin? Oh, my bowfin's out. You guys see him? See him right there? He's shaving your head. Yeah. It's all good. So how's everybody's night going? Yeah, I'll have to check out your. Oh, Gina, send me that link, will you? On Discord or Facebook Messenger or whatever, something. So I can check it out. 'Cause honestly, I'm too lazy to go back through the comments on here and like do it later. So there's 10 people here. Uh, Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Trying to get tired. Yeah, I feel you. I was up till 3 a.m. last night, or well, 3 a.m. this morning, and then finally got a little bit of sleep and got up at like 6:30 when my son woke up, and then I've been up all day with them. The weekends are my times home, home with the kids. So I hope your head feels better. Maybe my boring ass stream here will put you to sleep. What the hell? What the hell? What up, Eakins? How you doing? It is 1:35 a.m. here. I'm just hanging out. Yo, Eon. Yo, Eon. What up, kid? Saw the sunrise and the sunset. Nice. So what do you guys? You guys want to see some stuff? What do you want to see? Like, all kinds of stuff going on. I got rid of some of the tiny little pickerel that I had. I got rid of a couple of those. Uh, my killifish tank needs to be topped off. That thing, like it's a 5.5 gallon, but it's sitting on the edge of the bar, and right underneath it is my dehumidifier for the basement for the fish room, whatever. And so it's constantly blowing air like straight up, and I think that airflow causes that thing to evaporate a lot quicker than any of the other tanks in down here in the fish room. So it's like I'm having to add like 2 gallons of water every couple days to that tank. It's ridiculous. overfeed the fish. That's my one of the reasons my rainbow shiners are like haven't been available yet is because I think I haven't been feeding them enough. I'm feeding them once a day, which they should have, like when they were first hatched, when they were tiny little fry, I was feeding them like 2 or 3 times a day. But I was still I was on paid family leave, so I was home all the time. And but now, like I never have time to I don't have the time to feed them twice a day. I guess mainly because I always wake up late for work because I'm up late doing stuff, and like if I wasn't in such a rush in the morning, I could come down here and feed them real quick and then feed them again after work and stuff. But like I don't do it because I wake up late for work because I'm up late and I get like 3 hours of sleep a night, and then I've got to rush around and like run out of the fucking house and shit. And your mother, what up, your mother? I don't think I know who you are. Welcome to my stream. Yeah, my all of my lights and stuff down here in the fish room are on Wi-Fi timers on Wi-Fi power strips, and so I have them all set to come on at 1:30 p.m. and then set to turn off at 12:30 p.m. So they're on for 11 hours or 12:30 a.m. Sorry, and so yeah, they're on for 11 hours, which is um a lot for the type of lights that I'm using because they're pretty high powered, and some of the tanks, so all of the tanks that those lights are on are have quite a bit of algae in the tanks and stuff. Probably because I leave the lights on for so long, and then I'm down here usually down here until 1, 2, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, and of course I want to look at the fish and shit. So like if I'm doing stuff in the breeding room, then all of those lights will be on until whatever time I'm done, so they could be on for 13, 14 hours, and same with the 180 behind me. That those lights are usually on until I'm done hanging out down here. Yeah, I try. Like I was when the rainbow shiners were, like I was saying, when they were when they were first hatched and stuff, I was feeding them 2, 3 times a day, and now the past couple weeks they've only been getting fed like once a day, and so they're growing. Their growth rate has like halted a bit, so I haven't been able to put them up for sale quite yet. But the one batch, they're probably an inch and a quarter. So those guys are available. I've actually got 8 of them going out Monday morning. So if anybody wants rainbow shiners, yeah, let's switch the day. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing here. Like um, mainly because I know that the only time of day, the only time I can be down here is like from 8 o'clock until whatever time in the morning I decide to go to bed. Um, so that's why my lights come on at 1:30, which I could probably cut that back a bit too because I don't get home from work until probably 5:30 p.m. and I might pop down here quick for a few minutes and check on everybody, but then I'm upstairs feeding the kids, or feeding our older son and getting him all, hanging out with him or getting him ready for bed and shit. So he's usually not asleep until like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So that's about when I can come down here, if I don't want to spend any time hanging out with my wife. But 2/3 of the time I'm too high to get downstairs, so they fast. Yeah. Just make sure there's a minimum of 8 hours off time, and then it's lights on, just like jail. I've never been to jail. I sat in a holding cell once for like 2 hours waiting for a judge, but that was it. I think I've just never been caught doing dumb shit, because I've definitely done some dumb shit that could have probably got me arrested, but never been arrested officially, except for that one time that I just mentioned. Yeah, I just went like prior to starting the stream. I went to feed the Piedmont Shiners, and I was feeding so today I was feeding them the color enhancing bug bites, the color enhancing formula, and the plexiglass lids that I have on the tanks. Like I couldn't get it up with my one finger while I'm like holding the thing and stuff. So I put like I just I set the can down, and I lifted the top up. So I'm like, oh, I'll just sprinkle a little bit in, right? And I was a little heavy handed there on that sprinkle, and probably a third of the freaking thing dumped out into the tank. I'm like, shit, now I got to do a water change on that tank. Get all that extra shit out of there. Hey, yeah, you're innocent until proven guilty. That one time at band camp, yeah, yeah. When I thought so, like this past week, I've been like I mentioned, I've been working out of town all this past week. It's like a 2 hour commute for me, and um, I thought that I was going to be staying out of town, but so thinking that I was staying out of town, I got a couple of those like um the weekly pill organizers, the medicine organizers. Um, and I was gonna I got one for each of the tanks down here that have fish in it, and I was gonna fill those up with fish food for each day, and tell my wife, I'm like, I need you to feed the fish, and each tank has their own little pill counter, and just open the day, dump it in there, and you'll be fine. But then I didn't have to stay out of town. I just had to drive 2 hours there and 2 hours back every day. So I didn't use them. But now I got them for next time, because I do often work out of town for the job that I do. So yeah, I'll need them later. Yep. Yeah, so I do my normal day job. I do masonry work, and we have contracts with to do the steward shops, which maybe some of you don't know what a steward shop is. Patty knows what a steward is, I'm sure. Um, but so we have contracts with stewards to do all the stonework on all of the new steward shops that they're building and shit. So we travel out of town to do a stewards anytime they're building one out of town and shit. So it usually takes us about 3 or 4 days to do the stonework on a whole store. Yeah, see that, and my fish would be fine if I did that, but I do have the rainbow shiner fry and stuff, so like they won't be fine for 8 days without any food. But everybody else would probably be fine. Oh, and I know I also have the rainbow darter fry that I pulled out of my stream tank upstairs because I finally did a little bit of maintenance on that thing. That thing's been like neglected for the last couple months, which I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but I mean, neglecting it has led to my rainbow darters breeding in the tank at some point, and the fry pretty much raised themselves in the bottom flow chamber where there's the if you're familiar with my stream tank, which some of you might be, but it's a 73-gallon custom built tank that I built myself, but it's got a false bottom. And then there's a 2-inch chamber underneath the false bottom where there's some linear crossflow pumps in on the one side of the chamber on the bottom. So basically, water comes down the one side of the tank into the chamber. The pump pushes it through the bottom underneath the false bottom, and it goes back up the other side and across the tank. So it gives it a continuous linear flow to simulate, the flow in a stream, as opposed to like just having power heads in there and the stream hitting the other side of the tank and creating little eddies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's like creates a continuous flow without any real interruption. But yeah, the rainbow darters, the babies were in that bottom chamber when I found them, and they've just been feeding off of I'm assuming copepods, cyclops, detritus worms, baby bladder snails, stuff like that. So yeah, because I haven't been feeding the tank anything that's small enough to feed fry, so they did it on their own. So I guess it's kind of a blessing that I've neglected that tank for a little while. Chewy, what's up, brother? Welcome, welcome to my impromptu pop up. Yeah, can't leave fry for 8 days. I'll be back within 12 hours. Yeah. Aw, thanks for dropping my link, Gina. Appreciate you. You the best. All right. So let me bring you guys. Actually, let me do this first. Videos. And Chewy, I'm gonna make you a moderator. So I know you always got some good links to drop and shit, so. Time for some native fish talk. Yes, sir. I've actually got some. I did some cleaning of fish tanks today. Some of the 30 plus tanks that I have out in my garage and in my driveway. I started cleaning some of them today. Uh, Whoa, Plushy Aquatics. What's up, Chris? What's up, bud? But I started cleaning some of those today because I've got the tadpoles that I'm gonna have to create a paludarium for when they start to morph into young frogs and can get out of the water and stuff. So I've got a couple cube tanks, and then I've got one of the Exoterra um, the Exoterra paludarium tanks, like with the opening front glass door, and it's got the little lip on the bottom so you can put water. And then so I'm gonna set that up, and as the tadpoles start to mature, I'll probably move them into that tank so they can once they turn into the frogs, they can get out of the water easily and not have a place on land and stuff to go. But those are the tadpoles are eastern gray tree frog tadpoles. Sorry, I just heard some weird shit over in the corner. Yeah, I don't have a store or a Teespring or anything like that yet. So if you the only merch that I have are the coffee mugs and stickers right now. So that's why like I gotta look into Teespring or something so I can maybe make some merch. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna show you guys some stuff. So here are all the tadpoles. Again, these are eastern gray tree frogs. There's so many of them. These were rescued out of a buddy's pool. And then here in this tank are the rainbow darter fry. Hard to see, but bunch of little tiny rainbow darters. Again, tadpoles. And here are some, these are rainbow darters that I've collected. So I've got to add some substrate to this tank. I think not having substrate in there has like kind of washed them out a bit. So they're looking a little pale. Then, of course, like all the other fish, got to clean up some of the algae on this tank. But these are the saffron shiners. Piedmont shiners. Again, I got to clean up some algae. The mountain red bellies. Some rainbow shiners. These are the fry, the shiner fry. Garcia! What's up, brother? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so these guys here are available if anybody's looking for rainbow shiners. Got so many of them. And of course, the fiery black shiners. They're getting bigger. And all these guys are doing great. Creek chubs, central stone rollers, various darters. That one right there, that darter, that guy in the back there, he's probably one of my favorite darters that I have right now. That's a male Roanoke darter, and the coloration on him is incredible. Like you can't really see it too well in the video here, but he's an awesome looking little fish. Modeled sculpin. They're cool. See what I mean? I need to top this tank off. But this is my bluefin killifish tank, and there's my dehumidifier. So the constant airflow coming out of there, I think, is what causes the evaporation in this tank so quickly. They're all hanging out in the back because the lights are off on this tank. Then my little murder sticks. These are juvenile chain pickerel. The big prick. Hey, bud. It's crazy that these guys will let, like, some of them, like this guy here, will let me touch them. You guys hungry? Give me 1 sec. Yeah, the the new rack system here is coming along. I've got these three tanks, or these tanks here, that I've got to uh, drill tap the airline for the drop downs, kind of like I did here on this side for all these tanks. We've got to do the same thing on the other side for all these tanks. So many boxes. Oh, Garcia, since you're in here. Bam. Got you up on the Fish Fam Wall of Fame. Got a few people up there. My various foods and shit. Stickers, yeah. I need more stickers, people. All right, switching back to my face. What's going on, guys? There's 19 people here. So hello to all 19 of you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It's 20 people now. Oh shit. Thanks, Garcia. Appreciate that. It's a work in progress, man. So it's always a work in progress. I've got some new lights that I want to install on the new rack system that we're just looking at. Like I said, I've got to tap the air loop for the drop downs for those new tanks. I've got to change some stuff around on one of the taps under for the tanks for the 10 gallons that are underneath the 29 gallon, where the fiery black shiners are in. I've got to tap a couple spots there for valves there and run some more drop down so I'm not teeing off of just one airline. And I've got to get more tanks down here. I just I want to get the second 180 down here and get that going. Uh, just I don't feel like doing it myself again because I moved this one down here by myself, and that was a lot of work, and I don't feel like doing that a second time. But I will if I have to because you know I'm somebody that helps everybody, and then every time I need help, it seems like nobody's around. But I also want to move the stream tank. I've got two 55-gallon tanks that I'm taking apart and making into one 8-foot 110-gallon. That's going to go against the wall where the dehumidifier and stuff is. That's going to go right here. Yeah, stretch from all the way over here at the bar, and it's going to come out to about right here. That's going to be an 8 foot by 1 foot by 22 inches. So 110-gallon stream tank. Yeah, if I can come give me a hand, Ian, I would love it. I need some help. But am I leaving the walls dark? Yeah, I like the. I feel like with all the tanks and all the lights down here, the walls being lighter colored would create too much ambient light and too much glare and stuff from everything else. Me, where am I at? I am not in Cali. I'm probably as far away from Cali as you can get in this country. I'm in New York, good old upstate New York. Well, more like mid-state New York, but most people consider it upstate New York. What the hell is going on with my hair? Yeah, I like and I like the dark, dark walls and stuff. It gives it more of a cozy feeling, I think. Yeah, Garcia knows. The Garcia's from New York, but you're not in New York anymore, right? And again, if the link is pinned up at the top of chat, so if anybody wants to come up and hang out and chat, feel free. Sullivan County. Oh, that's you moved. Yeah, Patty, I forgot that you moved from where was it, New Jersey to Sullivan County. So I live in Schenectady. So I'm awake all the time. That's what it's like in the city that never. No, New York. So New York City is about 3.5 hours south of me. Yeah, I got you. I got your address too, Garcia. So I'll hook you up. I'll add you to the list. My list of procrastination. I'll get them out to you. if Yeah, Patty's not quite my neighbor, but she's close enough. I mean, she's not close enough. She could be closer, but close enough to be considered my neighbor, probably. But I met Patty at a local swap for one of the fish clubs here. What was it? Early spring, I think it was. It was like March, maybe. I think it was March something. Nice. Yeah, 3 hours. Yep. It's about how far Rico Stan is from me, about 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours, like northwest. Yeah, Patty was on good behavior. She saw my nice camera and said, "Don't you dare point that thing at me." I should try to set up for the Aquashella in Orlando. I mean, I wanted to go to Aquashella Chicago, um, mainly because that's a little closer to me than Orlando is. Well, it's quite a bit closer, and I have a couple friends that live in Illinois, not too far from Chicago and stuff. So it'd been cool to like, meet up with them and shit. But family and money and time, all that takes a toll and stuff. So I'm just going to the Clash this year. Wasn't that in someone's video? I think so I posted a video from the swap. And I think Patty's in it briefly. But I also don't have a lot of the footage that I took at the swap because the night after the swap took place, my car was broken into, and one of my cameras and my Surface Pro and my GoPro were stolen out of my car. So luckily I had my one good camera in the house. At the time, I had just left my other camera bag was in the car, and that had my tablet and my GoPro and my other camera and all my camera gear and shit in there. So I lost a lot of footage from that swap show and stuff. Yeah, it definitely sucks. That was a $1,500 camera, $700 tablet, and a $500 GoPro. So, plus, another $2,000 in camera lenses and stuff. I've learned a lesson from it, and that's, don't leave expensive shit in the car overnight in your driveway in a nice neighborhood that you'd think nobody would break into, because people do. Oh, and Steven, while you're here, happy belated birthday. I wanted to make a video. I just, I got so fucking sidetracked with life and working and everything else that I didn't get a chance to get it made and edited and get it sent to Jenna in time. So happy birthday, and I hope it was great. Oh shit.
Garcia Aquatics here.
What's up, bro?
Going on, my family?
How's it going, man?
Oh, doing wonderful. Just finished doing up a video.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I was trying to save it, and it's not even letting me save it at all. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Well, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate all you guys for showing up and hanging out.
No problem at all. Other than that, it would be nice, even though, like you're saying, for the Aquashella, but for next year, it's usually sometime around probably like in February or something. It would be cool if you come up.
Yeah, so you're down in Florida, right?
Yeah, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to come down there and do some native fish collecting and shit. That'd be awesome.
And we could hook up with Ryan.
Yeah, yeah. That's wild tanks, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
That guy is really down to earth. He's very knowledgeable. He knows his stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to him on YouTube, and I'm also friends with him on Facebook. So I've talked to him a little bit and stuff about like some of the native fish that I've collected and everything else.
And that pickerels that you got, you know who probably is looking for those too?
Who's that?
Aquafunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he been looking for those.
Yeah, those the three that I have left, they're probably 3 inches, 3.5 inches. So they're small, they're little guys. But I've been feeding them. I've been feeding them guppies, feeder guppies.
You quarantined them?
Yep. They've been quarantined. They're pretty much quarantined now because they're in their own tanks. They're in a tank by themselves, and there's
no the feeder guppies.
The feeder guppies.
Yeah.
I had the feeder guppies in another tank that they weren't. I guess they weren't really quarantined, but
go through what I went through when I had this tank with all my big fish, and me not thinking. I was like, they're good.
Yeah.
And also I had the bad batch, and it was the worst bad batch I ever had. I even did the water change, put the medicine, did everything and all that. And it looked like it went away, and then out of nowhere, boom.
So what was it, a bad batch of feeders?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to get some feeder guppies and stuff that I could raise myself and breed and stuff like that, but I just haven't had the time to set up a tank for them and stuff and get them going. So I've just been buying small quantities here and there from some local people off of Facebook pages and shit. So at least they're not coming from some big box fish store and stuff. They're coming from people that just have a bunch of guppies. But it's still a risk, but they got to eat, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can do also uncooked shrimp, cut up in nice little pieces. That'll be good too. The shrimp.
Yeah, I actually just picked up a bunch of shrimp yesterday for like the bowfin and stuff because that's what he eats. He eats shrimp and cod and tilapia and stuff. So I had to pick up some more shrimp. Oh, Gina's going to bed. Have a good night, Gina. Thanks for coming and hanging out.
Good night, Gina. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Said coals are good to feed, regardless of the lineage. Yeah. Stephen, note to self: do not send my guppies to Ken. Yeah. Yeah.
So how's my guppies doing? Gloop.
They didn't make it, Stephen. The guppies didn't make it. I don't know what happened.
They jumped to the wrong tank.
Yeah.
I forgot
The
to put
pickerel looked good though. You know, the pickerel looked nice.
the pickerels just jumped into the guppy tank. I was doing a water change.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's messy as fuck, but clams on the half shell. All my fish love it. I feed as a treat now and then. That's good to know.
Atkins, my brother.
Sometimes you feed cichlids to guppies. Yeah. You get cichlid fry. That was another thing I was like I was gonna look into breeding convict cichlids. And using the fry and stuff as a feeder for some of the more aggressive fish that I plan to keep in the future. But then I also thought about getting some more spot fin shiners because I have a spot locally that I can collect some spot fin shiners, and they're pretty cool looking. And I've had them when I first set up my stream tank. I had a bunch of them in there, and I can breed them and use the fry from them as a live food source as well. So I think that's probably the route I'll go.
And with these fake rocks, I was at a pet smart today, and I told them, "Oh, you got the same rocks that I still got that I got from you guys. Oh well, if you want them again, just let me know, and I'll give you 50% off."
Oh wow!
And then he saw my shirt. He goes, "I seen you. I seen you on YouTube, brother. So
Yeah,
full support."
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I told him I wish I could film here. He goes, "You can film here. I didn't see you do that."
Yeah. So the rock structure behind you in that tank are those natural rocks or is that like a cast resin rock formation?
Those are fake rocks. It's already it's like a mold.
Okay. Yeah.
Real. The only thing that's real is just these little rocks that I got. That big rock right there, that little rock right back there.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that's fake, but these things they're all fake. But it makes it look nice. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, they look nice. They look real enough, so.
Yeah, I just wanted to get it and set it up real quick.
Yeah. Yep.
But it took me at least about 3 weeks. Had this cycling up and everything because I had to clean this tank real good.
Yeah.
Because I didn't put no other fish in there for they could get sick. Because after my big boys died, I was just scrubbing it.
Yeah.
And some of my friends were telling me, "Oh, use a pressure washer." I'm like, "Nope, I'm scrubbing the shit out of this."
Welcome, Debbie. How you doing? Yeah, so the 180 behind me was a reef tank prior to me getting it. And so I had to do a lot of cleaning on that because it had a lot of built up coralline algae on the back of the tank and on the overflows and stuff. So like spent probably a week scraping coralline algae and cleaning it up real nice and stuff.
I was just scrubbing real good.
I also So I got this tank behind me and the other 180 that's in my garage still. I got both of those tanks for $50.
Damn.
Yeah, and this one's an Oceanic uh tank, so it's got the built-in overflows
Yeah.
and shit. So the guy that I bought them from uh listed them on Craig's, or not on Craigslist, listed them on Facebook Marketplace, and he's like, the bottom of this one is cracked, and he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to spend the time to replace the bottom panel and all that shit. So he's selling it. He wants $50 for it. He's throwing in the other tank because that's the tank that he was gonna dismantle and use the bottom pane from that tank to replace the bottom panel in this tank. So I'm like, fuck yeah, bet. I want them both. I'm coming pick them up right now. And so I go and get them. Pay $50 for them. I get them home. And the original plan was to cut the side panels out, and I was going to replace the bottom panel on this one, cut the side panels out on both of them, and sandwich them together to make a 12-foot long 360 gallon.
Yeah.
And so then, like, I've got this tank out, and I'm cleaning it up, and I'm looking at the crack in the bottom and stuff, and I'm feeling it, and you can feel something there, and I'm like, this is kind of weird. So, because I'm filling it up with water because I'm, spraying the hose in there and I'm scrubbing it down and everything. And I noticed that it's not leaking. It's filling up with water. So I'm like, oh, maybe there's just not enough water pressure to leak through the crack. So I'm feeling it. I'm messing around with it and stuff. I grab the razor blade and I start scraping at the crack. And the crack wasn't even a crack. It was like a hair thin piece of silicone that was like stretched out from the corner of the tank when they originally manufactured it. So it was like,
So it was crack.
yeah, so it wasn't even cracked.
We found out it wasn't.
Yeah, and so, but I mean, when I went and looked at them before I even bought them, I thought it was cracked. It looked like a crack to me. You could see water spots on the underside of the tank, which, after the fact, I'm assuming were from drippage from when they pulled the overflow pipes out of the drains on the back.
Yeah.
Water getting on the bottom of the tank and shit. So that's what I thought. It looked like it was water spots coming from the crack, but it was really water spots coming from the drilled holes for the built-in overflows
Yeah.
and shit. But yeah, so I got two perfectly good 180-gallon tanks for $50. So,
Well, since you still got the other one in the garage, I'm coming over there. I'm gonna rent a fucking U-Haul and go pick that shit up.
that's going right here, bub.
Oh damn! You already got the spot.
I already got the stand. I already got the stand built for it and everything. I just got to get it down here, and I don't feel like this tank here. I moved this down here by myself. So it was on. I had a buddy help me move it from the garage to the deck on my my back deck right outside my sunroom and stuff. And so it was on the deck for a while, and that's where I was cleaning it and everything. And then I had a couple different times I had people lined up to come help me move it, and every time that when it came down to time to move it, nobody was around, nobody was answering phone calls or text messages and shit. And so I just, like, after about 2 months of trying to get some help to move it with people telling me they were going to come help me and then not coming, I was like, fuck this, I'm just going to do it myself. So I took some of those the plastic discs, the furniture sliders that you put underneath your couch legs and shit. I put two of them underneath one end of the tank. I lifted the other end of the tank. I fucking dragged it into the sunroom door. I set the one end down, moved the freaking sliders to the other end, lifted up the other end, pushed it through my kitchen all the way to the basement door, and I grabbed a ratchet strap, fucking wrapped the ratchet strap around the front of the tank and over my shoulders and lower and like slid it down the steps down into the basement and then lifted it up onto the stand all by myself. Like, fuck, dude. Like, hey, I don't want to go through that again because it was kind of a pain in the ass. But if I have to, I'll do it again.
And you should do a video on that one.
Yeah,
And everybody's gonna be like, damn.
yeah. Add another whole nother aspect to my dilemma of having to move the tanks. Now I gotta fuck with cameras too. I'll get the GoPro. I got my chest mount for the GoPro. I'll just wear it on my chest. That'll be
Put
good.
one, get another one for your forehead.
Yeah. I've got both. I've got like the chest mount and I've got the head mount straps for the GoPro.
Put both of them right there. You be like this.
Yeah. But these things like 180-gallon tank, that shit ain't light. It's like 370 pounds empty.
Shit.
But it wasn't too bad. It was just more I was just more frustrated, I think, with fucking people saying they were gonna help me and not, you know. When you're stubborn and determined like I am, you figure out a way to get it done on your own.
That's me right there.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff that I'm like, I'll get somebody to help me. I make one phone call, no answer. I'm like, that means nobody else gonna answer. So fuck it, I'll do it
Yeah.
myself.
Yep.
And sorry that I'm cursing.
That's all right. I've been cussing all night, so
You know how it is with the New Yorkers.
yeah. It's my second language.
Yep. That's how we learn how to speak English.
Yeah. Shit, my my older son, he's 19 months old right now, and he says shit. I'm like, don't say that.
That's not nice. That's not nice. But you say it.
I forget what he was doing, but he had this puree food packet thing that he was eating, and he dropped it on the floor the other day, and it like splattered out. And he looks at me, he's like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "What'd you just say to me?"
Yeah. So I've been doing all the best I can and getting everything done and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. That's why it might take me longer to get the fish room to where I want it to be, but I'll be damned if I don't get it done.
And the video that I just finished filming, and I finished editing and everything, and I can't save it. I guess I'm gonna have to shorten it up a little bit.
Yep.
Because it's not even taking it because it's a little too long. I didn't realize it was already like 11 minutes or something like that, and I guess it's not saving it. But I'm like, it should just save it with no problem. But
it's not saving it where? It's not saving it to your computer or whatever?
Because I'm doing it off my phone.
Okay.
And it's the KiMaster, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll pick out some parts or try to shorten it up. It'll be all right.
Yeah. What do you use for editing?
KiMaster.
KiMaster?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I use Power Director Pro.
Mm.
It's another editing app. It's great. I love using it. It's very user friendly, and I got the Pro version. It's like $35 for the whole year and stuff. I mean, you can use it for free. You get access to more stuff with the Pro version.
When you pay for even though it's just for a whole year, it's worth it because they got more stuff than you really need.
Yeah. Yep.
If you don't pay, you like, what the hell I got here?
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's great. Like I have it on my shitty tablet here that doesn't work very well, and I've got it on my phone. But then you can also download the desktop version, so you can use it on a laptop or something like that, or a desktop PC.
And I forgot I can't even remember my password on YouTube. So I just leave it where it is. I'm like, damn. Now if I got something downloaded to something, I gotta try to transfer it to my phone so I can upload it.
Yeah.
But I know there's a way to go on YouTube to change your password, but to change it again is going to be a problem.
Mm.
So that's why I
Yeah.
don't want to.
All of my, like, most of my passwords are very similar, but they're also all saved to like my Samsung passport thing. So it's like anytime I upgrade my phone, like all that information will transfer to the new phone and shit. And it just, all I do is if I'm going to sign into something, I just throw my fingerprint up there and it logs me in automatically. It saves, it'll save your login information and your password and stuff for you.
And the other video that I dropped today, or yesterday, something like that. No, it was a matter of fact, I dropped it today. And after I put it up, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna put it down, leave it there for a little while. Went to my mom's house right next door. Come back, and I said, let me look at that shit. And when I looked at it, I really had so many views. I'm like, wow, less than 2 hours, or less than an hour, I already have that much views. I was
Yeah.
surprised. Usually, some of my videos don't even take that. It takes a long time to get a lot of views, but just seeing that going up so fast like that, was wow.
Yeah,
I
it's
did a
like
good job.
my last short that I posted, within like 3 hours I had over 100 views. And then the one prior to that, I had like 100 and something views for 3 days, and then day three overnight it got 1,800 views. I'm like, what the fuck?
A lot of people tell me, don't look at those numbers, they're gonna drive you crazy and stuff like that. But the only reason why I look at the numbers is I want to see what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right.
Yeah,
Just with the numbers, just by the numbers and see where it's at. I mean, it's okay. I gotta do this if I can bring it up a little more. If I don't look at it, I won't even know what I'm doing wrong or what I'm doing right. Because I like
yeah.
to have it perfect.
And I kind of do the same thing. It's like I'll look at like my main thing for like looking at the view count and stuff, and the viewer retention and stuff for like my videos, is trying to find out how to best optimize my titles for the videos and stuff to make them appear to more people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like I've been playing around with different wording for titles and stuff, and finding stuff that like more people are searching for to get my videos out there more, and ultimately get more subscribers and more views and stuff. So it seems to be working a little bit. I've got some videos that have like maybe 100 or 200 views, and I've got some videos that have like 14,000 views. So it's crazy. Like a couple of my Stream Tank videos, uh, I think the first video I posted has like 14 or 15,000 views, and then like one of my shorts got like 4,800 views overnight. Just getting stuck in the algorithms and stuff.
yeah. Just like one video there when I went to, I was I was fishing on the boat that my son works on, and I put it on Instagram. And the only thing I said on the title, good old Peanut Island. And then within an hour or two, it had 629 likes. I was
Yeah,
like, why I can't do this on my video? And this one is just putting a little video with a, just scheming around and putting good old Peanut Island and put a song on it. That was it.
yeah. It's because it's the title of the video is short and to the point, and it's like that's literally what somebody might be searching. That's that exact term that somebody might be searching for on YouTube when they're like, you know, they want to look up this island and see what it looks like before they go on vacation or something there. And one of your videos is popping up, it's getting pushed out to in the algorithms because that's exactly the title is the same thing that they're searching for, you know. So it's like that's how, you know, that's how you better, you like optimize your video titles to get better search results.
And like I did one video, I had my son recording it for me while I was at the place, Badfish. I said, as soon as I walked in, I told him, fill me all these tanks, all the chemicals, the food, and all that, and whatever they have here. Just record all that and don't worry about it. I'm just gonna do that into a B-roll. He goes, okay,
Yeah.
Dad, no problem. He did all that, and I got a few views. And then, like a month later or 2 months later, um, Corey from Aquarium Co-op, he was there. He filmed the store, did an interview there, and now whoever looks up his video, my video pops up. So after they watch his, they watch mine, and the
Yeah,
numbers started going up. I'm like, oh shit!
yeah, it gets recommended.
It linked up, and I was like, oh good, because I was seeing those numbers low. I was like, damn, this is
Yeah,
not. But then Corey, whoop, I was like, thank you, Corey.
yeah, it's nice when like stuff like that happens, you know.
Yeah, but I was expecting that he was going to be there, but he told Alexa, he goes, "We're going to your store tomorrow before we go back home, before we catch our flight. We're coming to your store."
Nice.
And I tried to get there, but when I got there, he was already gone.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes here, so probably another 15 minutes. I'm gonna cut it off.
All right.
It'll be 3 a.m. by the time I go to bed.
What do you think about that? The hot spot.
What do you mean?
When I was on the hot spot,
It was good. I was hanging out watching it. It's cool. He had mentioned wanting to get me up there, but he hasn't, like, you know, he hasn't reached out to me or anything yet. So
I'm gonna try to push it for he could call you,
yeah,
but you could get up there. That would be cool.
yeah. I mean, I'm not in any hurry, but you know, I don't mind being up there.
Unless if he has a big list of people he has.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, there's so many people, like so many interesting people in the fish fam and stuff that, you know, I'd love to see interviews for and stuff, but I don't think
It's
I'm that interesting.
like Mexicali. He he has some he like he had low subscribers on his,
Yeah,
and I see him pop up a lot on Aquafunk, and I says, "Hey Funk, do you know where Mexicali? Any links to where he's at?" And when he told me that he was on Instagram and all that, so I linked up with him, and I goes, "Whatever videos you put up, don't worry about it. I'm gonna help you put. I'm gonna help you, and I'm gonna push it for you." Then out of
yeah,
nowhere, he got 100 subscribers. Then he got his 200. Then he got his 300. And now he's passing me. Now he's going to his 400.
yeah. Man, I actually just checked a little while ago, and I think I was at 568 or 567, 568, something like that.
I mean,
Pretty
like,
cool. I mean, I only just started this channel maybe a year and a half ago, and like I never really expected to even like reach 500. You know,
I haven't I haven't been on a year, and I got like 346.
that's good. That's nice. Yeah,
But every time I say 346, when I go look, 344, 345, 346,
Yeah,
344,
mine
344.
mine mine
I
does
hate
the
it.
same shit. I'll be at like the other day I was at 357 or excuse me 557 or something like that, and then I check like I was watching the view counts on one of my videos, and then I go back like a couple hours later, and I'm at like 355 or 555, and I'm like, what the what the fuck? Dropping 2 subs in 3 hours, but then it goes back up. It's like it's I guess it's YouTube's way of verifying subs and shit.
Because there's
And
a lot of frauds.
yeah, making sure they're not fake subscribers or bots subscribing and stuff.
I got people from that surprises me that they like my videos. People from Russia, people from Australia,
Yeah.
and I'm like, whoa. But when they type it in from the people from Russia, when they type in, I'm like, oh, I can't read this. But then it has a little thing at the bottom, see translation. Boop, I click on it and I comment
Yeah.
on their video and I subscribe on their video.
It was funny because one of my shorts of like when I first started setting up the breeding racks and stuff in the little breeding room there.
Yeah.
Somebody had commented on one of my shorts, and I don't even know who it was, but they're like that's not your fish room, that's a fish store. And I'm like, what the fuck are you like, this is first of all, it's not a fish store, it's my like breeding racks in my little room off of my basement. Like,
They probably they saw it was too perfect and it looked like almost a pet shop. That's what it is.
yeah, and I'm like, it's literally in my basement. It's like not a fish, not a pet shop, but
Because they
that's
usually
cool.
you probably so used to seeing cement blocks and two by fours. That's what they probably so used to seeing.
Yeah, and so I've got the metal racks and everything going, and
Just like in my fish room. My Home Depot, I call it my Home Depot and Lowe's rack.
yeah. Well, it's my original plan for that room was to build all of the racks out of 2x4 and 2x6 and stuff, and I'm like, the price of lumber and everything, and then I found these racks on Amazon that were decently priced, and like each tier can hold up to 400 pounds and shit, and I'm like, that's plenty for what I want to do. So
The ones that I got from Lowe's or Home Depot, each each rack, each shelf holds at least about 800 pounds.
yeah, what are they? The muscle racks?
It's almost like the muscle racks. And I paid $100, 5 tiers.
Yeah, so the ones that I have they're also 5 tier. Um, but you can break them down into two different shelves, which I have a bunch of them like that. But they're what's the company name? I think it's called G Rack is the name of the brand name for the company that makes those racks. But they hold they're said to hold 400 pounds per tier. So I mean they're not as rigid feeling as like the muscle racks that you'd buy at Lowe's and shit, and they're a little bit cheaper, but it's working for what I'm doing with it.
Yeah,
And
but
I think I paid like $82 for each of them.
and with the wood that came with it is that composite bullshit, that fake wood,
Yeah,
and it's already bolted. But I'm
yeah,
gonna have to spend a few bucks just to get the 5/8 plywood,
yeah.
just the same size, and put it right in there.
See, I've got um from my work that I do, we're going to construction sites where they're building steward shops and
Yeah,
shit. So by the time we get there, the framers are still in there working on the inside and stuff, and there's always scrap wood like laying around. And I'm a whore for scrap wood. I'll fucking take as much scrap wood as I can get. You should see the piles of wood in my garage right now, honestly. But like so like I've got I had three 8 foot by 4 foot sheets of 1/2 inch plywood in my garage that I cut and made some replaced that particle board shit that they send you with
Yeah.
the 1/2 inch plywood, and that shit works great. That's what's holding up the 29 gallons because I was a little worried about the 29-gallon tanks versus the 20 longs
Yeah.
and stuff. So I swapped out that particle board stuff for the 1/2 inch plywood, and I mean it's holding up great.
I gotta do it soon. But I'm not gonna rush it, but I keep an eye on it. But I know it's gonna be good as soon as I get it.
Yeah,
Or not unless I'm gonna try to pay my uncle and let him design something real good for me. Before
yeah.
he
That's
goes
like the
before he
stands for both of these 180s. The 180 behind me, and then the stand for this 180 right here. That's all built out of scrap wood that I got from job sites. It's all 2x4s and 1/2 inch plywood.
I got an empty 40 gallon breeder that I'm thinking about setting it up as a saltwater tank.
Yeah. Have you done saltwater before?
Never.
No.
It's gonna be my first one. But the way I'm doing it, I'm gonna put a lot of small little nano fishes in there. Like little
Yeah.
damn.
I had
'Cause I know-
so like I've got I don't know probably 22 to 25 years in the hobby total, with like 12 or 13 of that being in saltwater specifically. And oh, see, I just answered Chris's question inadvertently. But so but so yeah, like 20 to 25 years or so I've been in the fish keeping hobby. And for 10 or 11 years, I think it was, I was strictly saltwater. And like I had my own business. I was importing corals from Indonesia, from Taiwan, from the Caribbean, and everything. It's like selling corals online and going to a lot of the trade shows like down in New York City and Connecticut and Long Island, Rhode Island, and shit. And like so at one point I had a 265-gallon mixed reef display tank, and then I had about 2,000 gallons worth of like frag tanks and holding tanks for like various fish and corals and stuff that I was importing and selling, and grow out tanks for frags and shit and stuff. But so like it gets expensive and stuff. Like my 265, just in livestock, I had probably 50 grand worth of livestock in that tank.
Hey, you're scaring me.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Stay with the fresh.
Bro, I had a 15-gallon. So I got out of the hobby for about 3 or 4 years, um, because at like the peak of like my hobby with the saltwater stuff and my business with that, that I was doing with that. Um, I was living with a girlfriend and shit, and then we had broken up, and I come home from work one day and she had like just completely moved out and all of her stuff was gone and shit. And then like I couldn't really afford the apartment that we had at the time by myself and stuff. So like it came down to the point where I had to move pretty quickly.
Yeah,
And the logistics of trying to move, you know, 2,500 gallons worth of saltwater tanks and corals and everything else was just like it wasn't reasonable. So I ended up selling everything, and like I lost so much money selling everything, trying to sell it so quickly because I had to move and everything, that it just kind of like deterred me from being anywhere near saltwater tanks for a very long time. But I just, year and a half ago when I set up my stream tank and stuff and started my YouTube channel and got back into the hobby, uh, I eventually had a 15-gallon nano reef, and it was only a little 15-gallon cube, but I had probably $2,000 worth of coral and fish in that tank.
Ay, 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 ay.
And that was only a 15-gallon.
Shit. Me, I've been in the hobby on and off for like almost like 20, 30 years, on and
Yeah.
off. But most of my time, it was mostly all freshwater, never saltwater. It was all fresh. But then when I moved down here, I got in it and I got out of it. Then now I just said, you know what? After I had my heart attack, that's the only thing I've been doing. Just going fishing and taking care of my tanks.
Yeah. Yeah,
And over in New York, I was doing I was flying pigeons in New York.
fly pigeons.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
That was a new hobby that I had.
Like carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
Nice.
But what I had was just this type that I had. It was called the triplets, and they stay up there for at least like 3 or 4 hours flying in a circle.
Yeah.
A little tornado, just flying for 3 or 4 hours, and then came back down.
That's cool.
It was a nice little hobby. But then when I moved down here, then I was on into the drag racing, hanging out, partying. Then I said, you know what? I gotta find something better.
Yeah.
Then I got one tank and I looked at it. I was happy with it. My Oscar got real big. Boom. Then he died. I'm like, okay, no more fishes.
Yeah.
Then I started looking at YouTube and all that. These guys are doing this. I could have been doing that when I was young. You know what? Let me go ahead and do it. And then met PB Aquatics, then met Aquafunk. And then from there on, I got into the YouTube and I haven't gotten out of it. My mind just be like, what to film? What's next? What's that? What's this?
Yeah, I just struggle with like finding, making the time to like film stuff and film and edit videos and everything, because like I can't, like, I don't know, if I'm not going to post a short, if I'm going to post an actual video, I don't like, I'm too much of a perfectionist not to put some edit time into it and stuff, and I just don't make the time to do it because, I'm either I come home from work and I'm fucking drained, and I want to spend some time with my kids and shit, and then like I come down here and I'm doing all kinds of shit down here, feeding fish, checking on fish, and cleaning tanks and whatever else and stuff, and so I've got to manage my time better, I think, to start creating more longer content as opposed to just posting a shit ton of shorts.
Yeah. But if you're going to put shorts for now, at least you still stay in your pace.
Yeah, yep.
But then, because if you don't put no shorts, then you're gonna be out.
Yeah, that's why I try to post a short every like 2 or 3 days. So I film little shit here and there and stuff, but I've got a shit ton of footage from setting up this tank behind me and stuff that I've yet to finish editing and stuff.
Yeah, I've been right there, babe. The boss has called.
Oh shit. Yeah, and we're at 2 hours and 1 minute right now. So I think we're gonna call it quits, guys.
Well, when you ready to set up another one, I'll come back up anytime.
All right, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming up, and everybody in the chats, thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you. You guys are what keeps people going on Fish Fam and in the hobby and creating content and stuff is all the support that everybody gets from people like you guys in the comment section. So I love it. But you guys have a great night. It is 3:03 a.m. here, and I'm going to bed.
And guess what? Garcia Aquatics out.
Yeah.